Hello! And today I want to do another arena tour video because I've gone through a few arena iterations and this is going to be a new one we'll have up for a few weeks at the current moment. But, so I just want to do a tour of it, so I'm going to get straight into it with, yeah. So, kicking off with this, we got the new entranceway I have going. This is probably going to be the new thing for the SWF Live, the more weekly type show I do. So, got the entranceway over there, just a piece of foam board with a curtain in it. So, got that back there, very happy. Should go well. Then got a little Tintron thing here. Maybe I might learn a bit more about the editing software I use, so I might put videos up on there. Maybe, maybe not, don't know. It's very cage heavy. I still have lights on there, which I think I got the remote somewhere over here. Yes, I do. I'm just gotta turn those things on. Got that. You can cycle between all the colors on there. So should help with the entrances a bit more. But then instead, I usually would have the backstage area right here, but that's more this way. So coming through right here, which is technically still part of the entranceway, I got this little crew section. Got like some crew guys around, sound, excess barricades, stuff like that. Cables on the ground, security. So I think this might just work well, because I know in like actual wrestling arenas, they always have this offshoot off the entranceway to areas like this. So if I ever, oh, okay, random almost choking on air. But if I ever have a match, like go, oh, Falls Count Anywhere goes this way, they can fight over here, and fight in like an area like over here and stuff. I just said the same statement twice like an idiot. Whatever. I think you understand what I mean, hopefully. But, over here we got a door to the backstage area with security. But through the other way, there's a bit of a gap right there, but I could, well, knock down the wall. But got this little interview section. You can see over there. I'm not a big fan of that. But got that, but I can easily just pop this out, set my camera here, film what I need to do. With that, I usually have like, oh, I'll have the general manager's area and stuff, but I chose not to do that because I don't use those areas. So I just chose to hallway for fights, locker room, and interview area. On through this way, we got the main referees of the SWF. Hanging over here. Go through the doorway over here, though, into the locker room area, which doesn't have much lighting at the current moment. Maybe I could fix that with just some camera settings. I don't know if that made a difference, but I hope it did. Then got a nice window here, but I chose to put in a lot of stuff, so we got a nice round table here. I'm almost knocking over Cody here, and I just realized my hand isn't pointing anything on camera. But got a nice round table right here with some stuff on it, microphones, drinks, stuff like that. None of these guys are probably going to be back here when filming, but they're here for show at the current moment. But over here got some extra stuff, seating, baggage, some extra belts of like belts I don't use anymore that were in the pick fed, ones that I forgot how to write in English, I guess, and they're too big. Or belts that came with figures that I just think are really cool. I think that's like the junior heavyweight title, I think. Got like a little punching bag area. Got a TV down here. A little monitor. So it's just a nice little detailed backstage area for fights might break out or something. Don't know. But there's that. But I'm very happy with how this came out because you got the door leading through. This is supposed to be just one big area. It's the only two real things I've ever used when it comes to my backstage area in the past. Like, I used the locker room, which used to take up like this much table space from like the corner all the way back to like maybe the edge of this door. So it used to be really small. So if you watch back some of the old episodes of SWF Live, you'd see how tiny the backstage used to be. But there's that. But I have it nice. So if any Falls Count Anywhere Extreme Rules matches fight, then head to the backstage area, maybe. Nice offshoot off of the entranceway. But coming down from the entranceway, got these little crowd sections. I also added in a ton of new signs. I used some colored paper to bring in that more bit of a detail that you'll see in a little bit. Moving the little lighting piece out of the way. Bumping the camera. Yikes. But I still got a lot of ring crew and cameramen around. Still, I like having them for that extra bit of detail. Got the steel steps there. Choosing to use the ones that come with these rings. Still using that Wrestling Superstore ring. I just put a mat from a actual ring. Not actual ring, but one of Mattel Elite scales on there. And there's just paper clipped on there. At some point I need to put some ring skirts on here. But the only one that I have is a SmackDown ring skirt, and they would just look weird, so I might have to like tape it over. There's another one of those colored signs back there. I actually finally added in at least a row of crowd right behind the ring so that it doesn't look as empty. I've mentioned that in past arena tours that I wanted to do that, so I'm very happy I chose to do that. I still have my favorite little breakaway section now with a concrete floor under it. Don't know when I put that in. That may have been in the last one of these arena tours. It may have still been the wood floor, because this entire table's wood, so I just put a piece on there. Because that is the same stuff I use in the backstage area. It's just this weird cardstock that looks like concrete. So it's what I use. You can see it kind of poking through there. But I chose to switch up the announcer desk area, because before I used to have like a barricade and then a second barricade. There's the barricade, and then now it's barricade, but I chose not to do that. I'll get to that in a minute. But I chose to do it more WWE style, but more not modern WWE, so I still got two desks here. I got myself on commentary here on the SWF Live desk with a bunch of paper and messy stuff. And then got the secondary commentary team of Excalibur and Jim Ross. Those figures just hang out there. But I now got a timekeepers area. Probably somewhere to set the bell stuff. Got the barricade, so someone's 100% going to get thrown into that at some point. Just adds in more ability for new stuff to happen in the Pick Fed episodes. Because I always had these plans for when I had the other barricades, oh, I'll have someone jump. But it was like, that distance doesn't 100% make sense. But now with it just being like this, I'm bumping the camera again like a dummy. I can actually have like moments go from someone jumping onto a table or something. I wasn't originally able to do that, but now I can. Come far this way. I don't have this barricade section, so I can film here. But I have this new little section, which is supposed to be based off of the New Japan barricade system, where they always have this like secondary areas. For like after matches, someone can go down, like two guys can leave in separate directions. I only have one. I know in like New Japan they have them in like all corners of the entrance, of the barricade area. Trying to figure out what I'm going to say there. That goes back there. I'm probably going to use this for some other people's entrance. Like no one who wants to come through the main entranceway will come out here. That got a security guard in the way. Got a lot of crowd just standing next to it, like waiting to see who comes through. Speaking of crowd, there's more of these new crowd signs. Bigger ones from guys I used to have, but like old Will Ospreay signs in the arena were just these small little, if you notice them, you would probably speculate, oh, is he going to show up? But now he's actually a main part of the Pick Fed. Actually, we'll have a bigger sign like cheering him on, I guess. But got the crowd still. Most people are around chairs. So that still kept some old crowd signs, like there's a Kenny Omega sign there. There's some of the business cards I have just hanging out around. There's another one there's a couple signs stayed, like the Bullet Club sign I kept because I did not want to go through the painstaking process of remaking that on a colored piece of paper. Maybe some point I will, but not anytime soon. Got this Jeff Sucks, because Jeff Hardy, not really a great guy currently in the Fed, even though he's the main champion. Kept my Am I on TV sign because it's fun. Kept the best sign I think I've ever created. I think that speaks for itself. Got a business card there. That's what I pointed out. Got this new one there. Throw him here. Like, I think I saw that like this same week that I'm filming that. A few days ago I saw that on like AEW. Someone had a sign like that. I was like, that's amazing. I'm going to do that. So I now have that. But with the crowd signs they stay, like I upgrade some old ones like the Team 3D over there. Kept this little crowd section. I have that. What am I? Getting off track talking about the crowd signs too much. Still got the ups section up there of crowd. Remade some old signs that probably no one ever noticed, because like the smaller version of that was up in this little crowd section, and like I never showed the signs up there, so I was the only one really seeing them ever. But yeah, got some of the weirder custom figures here, like this. Yep. Not gonna go too in depth to that. Got this mini crowd section down here. Remade some old signs. Like, I don't know why I have the sign. I rebuilt it, remade it, even though that guy's not even in the Fed at the current moment. Got an RVD sign. He hasn't appeared in a while. But here's the other side of this little area. I like it. Just got some rando stuff. This area is very open, but mainly because the matches would only really go around here. Like the rest of this table section is for the camera, most likely. I've mentioned before in past videos, this big open section is so dusty over here. But this big open section is because I set my laptop here when filming and have like YouTube open. I'm watching stuff. So like I'm filming something, but then I also have that open. Usually I'm watching like other YouTube pick feds or different guys who do wrestling figure stuff. Or just random stuff. I got this new little section back here with a nice security. I don't know how to get any more of these shirts. Like, I got these a few years ago. The event staff and security shirts and, like, some wrestling figure and Wrestling Superstar. I remember getting, like, a bunch of their accessories, and those were in there. They don't sell them anymore. The closest I can find is, like, I can get their figures, which, from what I know, are very cheap, but I can get the clothes on those and put those on figures I want them to be on, but I don't want to get those figures. But that's an issue. But I got this. I also put up one of my little black pieces back here just to try and make a wall there. It doesn't look great. It's very bright in the white color from the black. But it's fine. It kind of cuts up. So as you can see, as I zoom out, like I think when I stick my hand here, it should be fine. So I'm going to keep my hand there. But when I don't, the exposure just hurts. Especially seeing Mankind back there. These figures I just keep in the crowd because like this Undertaker is the first wrestling figure I ever got. And I'm pretty sure this Mankind was the second figure I ever got, so I have them in the crowd just because they're special figures to me. Mainly the Undertaker, which doesn't even have his ponytail. But behind them is the concession stand area with Peter Parker just hanging out there. Not every crowd member is a wrestling figure. There's some non-wrestling figures like Ned and Peter over there. Got different Peter here, but got the nice concession stand area. I like it because I don't really see anyone else do things like that in their arenas for stuff like this. I know the concession stand areas came into play a couple times in past Pick Fed episodes, so it's nice to always have it. But there's the giant wall here. I'll get to that in a moment. Still got the glass piece here that go out that way or off the table, which is just where I keep like the remotes for the entrance lights and arena lights, which I still have one up there and one up underneath the Extreme Sets piece back there. I keep those there, keep a little bit of extra stick tack, blue sticky stuff, which I also have like a set of white sticky tack, which is over here. I got some of that as well, so I just interchange that between stuff. Like the blue stuff I now usually am keeping on sheet masks with, but still got this box up here, the Arena Pop-Up 3.0. That thing over there. Still got the light hanging above the ring. Forgot to mention that. But I still got this crowd section for the beautiful camera angle it gives. Still love that camera angle. If I get it right, you can't even tell this is a wooden table. There. But I like having this. I used to have crowd signs up here. Like the closest I got, it's like, hey, it has a Seth Rollins sign, which I can't really even show. Like, my issue with that is because you see the area behind here, because it's just the edge of the table, so you can see, like, shelves back there. So there's that, but I like it. I like this section for the nice camera angle it gives, except when the wire's right there. You can see that this is just cardboard in front of the cardboard wall. You can see the edge of that. But I'm happy with the new arena, because I went through, I had the original arena, and then I did my Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which I just changed the entranceway and did a video about that. Then after that, I did a War Games video, which had its own special entranceway, and I had to, like, modify the entire arena so I could fit 2 rings in here. If you're wondering where the other ring is, I'll be doing a video most likely next week or later this week. Don't know about what I'm doing with that other ring. Maybe it's a secondary arena. So look forward to that. There's all that. And this is the new SWF arena for the upcoming couple Pick Fed episodes until probably the next pay-per-view. Or if I get some other stuff to fix up the entranceway. Don't know, because I do have planned to maybe I might throw in some money and get like a TV back there. Don't know if I really want to do that, but I could. Or drop a green screen right there. I'm still learning green screen. I'm not great at the editing software that I use because it's really confusing. But I'm learning it, so if I figure out green screen, I might start using that. But then maybe some of the crowd signs will be an issue. But that's not important. That's all stuff I'll have to deal with at some point. But that's all the stuff. Still got the light up here. I'll light up the ring for the outro. But that's this video. Hope you like it. And with that, this video is over.